Hello, and welcome to today's webinar, 2021 Online Marketing Trends. Now, this webinar is being pre-recorded. We had such interest in this webinar that we decided to pre-record on Friday to make sure that we wouldn't have any technical difficulties for all of our friends and fellow small business owners that are joining us here today. If you do have any questions at any point during the webinar, on anything that I covered, no worries. I encourage you to jot those down and then reach out to us at SnapRetail.com. You can give us a call, you can email us, or you can live chat with us, and we would be happy to answer those questions one-on-one. Now, last little bit of housekeeping before we get started. This webinar, as it is being pre-recorded, will also be available to you for the next week in your inbox. We are sending out this recording to you all by later this afternoon so that you can always rewatch, share with your staff or fellow small business owners, and that you can have that ready for you to hit play whenever it is most convenient to you. We understand you wear many different hats as someone who works in small business, and your time is super valuable. So this is not going to be a heavy sales pitch of SnapRetail, but truly we want to give you action items. We want to give you tips, and we want to give you tricks on ways to improve your online marketing this year in 2021. Because honestly, online marketing has never been more important for your business or for your brand. My name is Zoe Sadler. I'm the Vice President of Marketing here at SnapRetail, and I am so excited to be here with you today to kick off your year with these online marketing tips. A little bit about SnapRetail. Well, we were founded in 2010, and we've helped more than 10,000 independent retailers learn how to effectively market their stores online, stay connected with customers, and generate more traffic and sales. And we do that through our online tool. Now, with just one login and one password, you can access SnapRetail. In SnapRetail, you will find hundreds and hundreds of pre-built templates for email and social media. Best part about all of these templates is that they are specific to you, the independent retailer. You did not have to get into your business because of your love of online marketing, but we are going to make this online marketing so easy for you. So with that being said, let's jump right in to our three main trends of 2021. The first trend we are noticing is an increase in personalization, making real connections with your customers online. Now, previously, you may have had way more foot traffic coming into your brick and mortar store, or you had the ability to host in-store events where you were talking to all of your leads and prospects in person. However, in these times of COVID and in these times of just complete unprecedented moments, we now need to look to our online channels to create those connections. And personalization through email is one of the ways that you can be most impactful to your audience. Now, why specifically email marketing? Because email marketing has the highest return on investment for any of the online marketing channels. 44% of email recipients made at least one purchase last year based on a promotional email. And 83% of global consumers say they prefer email when receiving communication from businesses. Your customers want to hear from you, and you need to break through the constant chatter that's happening on social media. One incredible way of doing that is through strong email deliverability, making sure your email message gets into their inbox with an attractive subject line and with the power of personalization. 39% of marketers who segmented their email list experience higher open rates, and then 24% also experienced better deliverability and greater revenue. So when I talk about email marketing, there's the basics, and then there's email marketing 2.0. We are getting into email marketing 2.0 here with the strategy of segmentation. Segmentation meaning that you are sending email campaigns to specific groups of your customers. We are no longer just sending out one mass email newsletter once a month. I encourage you in 2021 to be smart with your email strategy and try segmentation, because not only is it going to benefit your open rates, but there is a chance here for greater deliverability, more clicks, and then ultimately greater revenue. So, how do you segment? One of the best ways to talk to your customers that are brand new to your list is segmenting them out and welcoming them to your email list. You can also, in this email, set the expectation of how often they'll receive emails from you, introduce your business, and start to build that value of your brand. In SnapRetail, we have welcome autoresponders that are going to do that for you automatically. So when someone joins your email list, boom, they automatically get an email welcoming them. Because someone who's brand new to your list is not the same as a customer who's been on your email list for 5 years. Another incredibly smart way of segmentation is based off of purchase history, as well as preferred brands, products, or services. Now, I was just talking to one of our retailers who's in the jewelry industry, and we were talking about segmentation and how powerful it is to break out into groups people that have purchased engagement rings versus the entire rest of their customers. Because we know that an engagement ring was purchased, they can follow up with specific email campaigns discussing wedding bands, discussing ring cleanings before the big day, and also maybe happy anniversary emails are going to start happening too. So, looking at your data in your point of sale, your data that's helping you figure out who your customers are so that you can build a specific message for that customer based on their purchase history or those preferred brands, products, and services. You may also want to look based on location. Now, I live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and whenever things are happening for the Steelers or the Penguins, I always receive some emails that are specific call outs to big playoff games. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm a little heartbroken now that we're out of the playoffs, the Steelers, but hockey has started, so things are looking up for me. However, there were emails that were specifically segmented to me because I'm in Pittsburgh and we assume a lot of Pittsburghers are following the local sports. Things like location can really help you create that customized message, customized like you would do in store, that incredible customer service that you would do one-on-one, that repertoire that you're building between your customer. You can also start to deliver that through segmentation and specific messaging too. And then last one here, I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but based on events, segmenting your May birthdays so that you can wish them a happy birthday, maybe talking about the May birthstone, or also the same as anniversary, wishing your customers a happy anniversary, depending on which vertical you are in. Make note, your customers are not the same. Make your 2021 marketing customized to them. This is going to be our first tip here today, talking about personalization, because in a time when we are just experiencing kind of the oversaturation of social media, of screens, how do you break through that noise and deliver that incredible customer service to your customers online? You do that through personalization and then segmenting these email campaigns so that your messaging can be as specific to your customer as possible. Last little tip here under personalization is to again use your customer data within your subject line and within your email. So with SnapRetail, it's quite simple. If in your subject line you want to say, "Hi Zoe, happy birthday," instead of typing my name, obviously we want to do some batch emails here. We don't have all the time in the world, and we need to send out these broader campaigns that are personalized, you can use these merge codes, similar to if you're doing like a merge mailing in Microsoft Word, to pull in your customer data. So first name, last name. We also have areas for custom information. Maybe you're pulling in birth month, birthday, or even specifically for events like anniversary, or even some of our pet retailers that we work with, they use that event category for pet birthday so that they can send out personalized emails based on the pet birthday. Again, back to me anecdotally here. I've got two white shepherds, started off with only one, then entered into the lockdown, got another. But I am such a dog person, and anytime someone can cater to that, it's definitely going to make me a for life buyer. So using your customer data, not only to make those specific lists and the specific messaging that you're sending, but using that customer data to pull in their first name, to pull in their birth date, to pull in maybe their pet's name. Use your customer data. It's eye-catching and it's going to grab your customer's attention in that inbox. All right, so suggestion number 2, trend that we are seeing in 2021, bold design. Again, it's all about sticking out. It's building your brand. It's helping to reiterate your message with powerful graphics. In 2021, we encourage you to take it up a notch with eye-catching designs. Now, we see these trends across the board in terms of design. Typography, still prevalent. Strong typographic focal points. For example, in this email over to the right-hand side, a template from SnapRetail, you can see a really cute font that is then reused throughout the rest of the email. Our favorites, highlighting 5 specific products in an email campaign. Bold font choices convey strength and individuality. It's also easier to read on mobile devices when you use large, bold fonts. In SnapRetail, all of our templates are responsive. So not only are they going to look good when you build an email for desktop, it's also going to appear on your beautiful phone as it's supposed to. Everything fits to size. If you are using typography, find one that fits your brand, that also fits your brand voice. If you are a boutique, for example, a template like this example shown here would be great because it's cute. You can see it's definitely stylish, definitely modern, and definitely friendly. So step number 1, when thinking about design, consider using typography as one of your strong focal points in your header image. Our second suggestion is high contrast color schemes, using a stark white or a bold black with a strong pop of color or just a high contrast. When you use contrast, it creates interest and emphasis. Over on the right-hand side, another sample email here. It is Pantone's 2021 color of the year. And this year, just like everything else in these unprecedented times, we actually have 2 colors of the year, which are ultimate gray and illuminating. I love the concept of this email because it's giving product suggestions based on Pantone's color of the year. But we're using high contrast. We have this deep gray with that bright, stark white. It helps your images that you would place right in these stock image bubbles here. It would really help your images pop within this email. It helps organize and it helps your customer, your consumer, read this email and understand the hierarchy of the message. Now, what do I mean about the hierarchy of the message? It means that there are not competing elements within your email. There's a strong typographic headline, bold colors, but not too many, and my eye can go to the product. And that's ultimately what we want to do with our email marketing, is to drive more sales and to increase the number of customers that are clicking to buy, that are following up with us to make that purchase. So by not cluttering an email with too many colors or with not enough variation, we make it clear, we make it obvious, and we organize for the eye. So this is just another incredible template for 2021 that can really help grab your customers' attention. Now, last suggestion when talking about bold design for 2021, using authentic stock photos. We are all over the photos that are too posed, excuse me, or poised. Maybe that's a slip up there that I truly meant. Too posed or too general. Try photos that fit naturally to your specific brand voice. Stock images, while they may be professional, it is very clinical. It's not warm. It doesn't help you build your brand. And just like we want to use that personalization when we think about segmentation or using customer data in our subject line so that we are addressing our customers directly, we should think about that personalization when it comes to our images and what images we use to represent our brand. Now, I always am going to encourage you to use professional images that are well formatted. I hate when I see customers that are using, iPhone photos that are shaky, that are out of focus, that are not well lit. Terrible lighting never makes your product look good. So consider a blend of professionalism while also keeping your brand in mind. So important whenever you're trying to grab the attention of your customer that they recognize that this email is from you and it's not just some stock photo that has nothing to do with the experience that they would have when they are doing business with you. So our example over here to the right-hand side, an email for Mother's Day, but you see a beautiful stock photo that's warmer. It's not overly posed. It's not crazy smiling at the camera stock image models. This image here is wonderful for maybe a boutique as well as a jeweler. You can see how many different ways we could use this. If you are looking for royalty-free stock images that are available for you to pull into templates, not only do we have a huge library within SnapRetail, but there are also so many sites out there that have incredibly not overposed stock photos. One of my favorites is called Unsplash, UNSPLASH.com. Unsplash has some beautiful photos that are crowdsourced from photographers that are free for you to use, that are royalty free as well, so that you're not, breaking any Creative Commons laws. So making sure you have authentic stock photos that are not overly poised and that fit your brand. All right, last 2021 trend, and probably the one I'm going to talk about for the longest, is Instagram, because Instagram is huge. Now, yes, we're seeing the emergence of some new social platforms like TikTok, for example. And trust me, TikTok is so fun. But on Instagram, you really have the power to build your brand and then translate that directly into sales. It's so important for you to reach your customers where they are. And there are stats out there that are staggering about the power of Instagram. There are over 25 million business profiles on Instagram. 72% of users on Instagram have made a purchase of a product that they specifically saw on Instagram. 80% of the users on Instagram are following businesses as well. They're not just following their friends, they're also following businesses they want to interact with. 60% of users say that they discover new products on Instagram. 75% of users on Instagram take action after looking at a brand's post. Like they'll visit their website or they'll go to your other social pages, which is just, whoa, mind blowing that you have the ability to get customers to go from Instagram to your store website or social page is just so incredibly powerful. And lastly, 200 plus Instagrammers visit at least one business profile a day. We are interacting with the brands and the businesses that we love on Instagram. And it's not necessarily the same as Facebook, as Twitter. There is so much purchasing power here in Instagram that we want you to be able to strategize on ways to use your Instagram to not only grab attention of prospects and leads, but to also convert your customers into repeat customers and to increase the number of times that they make a purchase with you. So on Instagram 2021, if you haven't already, I'm going to encourage you to try video. It started out as an image only platform, but we have transformed into image and video with live and IGTV. If you are not selling through social right now, write it down, underline, underline, underline. One of the greatest ways to connect with customers right now and move some product is by doing social sales, by going live on your Instagram or on your Facebook, talking to your consumers, doing product demos, and selling your product. It's also a wonderful opportunity for you to showcase your company culture, share limited time offers, do those product demos, cover some events. Maybe you're doing small in-store events limited to 10 to 15 people, for example, and you want to share that with the world because previously we didn't have size limitations on the number of people that could be at our events. Why not stream that video live on Instagram so that people that maybe don't feel comfortable coming to the store yet, or people that we couldn't have at our store due to COVID-19 precautions, they can feel like they're there and they're engaging with us. Or we can also showcase some DIY. I follow so many brands on Instagram. I could take you into so many anecdotes, but I see some Instagram live, some stories about how to wear a different piece. So it's like one sweater, 15 different outfits. And that is such a value add because now not only do I want that sweater, but as the consumer, I now have 15 different ideas of how to wear that sweater. And these are just the things that you, as the business owner, as the manager, as the person that is the salesperson in the store, this is what you're doing in store, but translating it to online. You love your product, you love your customers. Let's showcase that on Instagram. And then the best part is you can always keep those lives, you can keep those stories by adding them to your profile's highlights. So it's not like all of this work that you've done for a live or putting together 15 outfits for one product piece is going to just disappear in 24 hours. You can save it to your highlights so that new leads and new customers can continue to engage with that content. So it can continue to live on, and it's not just what would be perceived as a waste of time if it disappears in 24 hours. Another suggestion for 2021. This is a trend that we see continually growing: influencer marketing. If you haven't already considered working with influencers in 2021, I'm going to ask you to consider. And how do we find these influencers? Figure out who already loves you. Look at your reviews on social media, on Google. Do you have someone that just had a 10 out of 10 experience? So much so that they felt compelled to write you a review. Or look at who's following you already on Instagram. For example, I am also in my free time, my very limited free time, I'm a fitness instructor at the Barcode Pit, which is a local bar studio here in Pittsburgh. And we work regularly with brand ambassadors that are our influencers. They are fitness mommy bloggers in our community who are, trying to get their body back from having a baby. They're, postpartum, and they're trying to do some core strengthening exercises. Now, that maybe is not me, but there's an influencer out there who's generating an audience who follows us already. Let's work with her. Let's go hand in hand here and really figure out if it can work for her, as well as benefit us too. Now, you can also search based on branded hashtags. So if you are using hashtag SnapRetail, for example, on your post that you're sharing because you're using some tip or trick from us here at SnapRetail, I can look then at that hashtag. I see that you're talking about me. You are already talking about me without an influencer relationship. Maybe you're a good person to kind of bring under my wing to become a brand ambassador. So, when thinking about influencers, look at your reviews, look at who already follows you in your community, and then search your branded hashtags to see if people are already talking about you. Now, once you determine who might be a good fit to be one of your influencers that you're working with, you see that they have a decent following, that they have great engagement on their posts. Offer these potential ambassadors some perks to work with you, and then discuss strategy. Maybe they are going to do an IG takeover where you are going to take over their account for the day, or vice versa. Maybe they are going to go live with you. You're going live, and then you're going to add them in, because yes, that's an option now. You can have multiple screens. It'll break your screen in half. You can have two people on live. Or maybe they share your content on their newsfeed so that their followers are seeing your beautiful posts. You can also do sponsored posts where you would give them free product, or maybe a certain stipend for them to be talking about your brand and your business. It is the word of mouth marketing of 2021. They have followers who trust them, who enjoy what they share regularly. And so if they are going to work with you, you are now tapping into their audience as well. It's a great way through the 2020 word of mouth marketing to grow your following and convert more leads into customers. You also want to, in 2021, pay attention to the analytics of Instagram. So far, we've just been talking about all of the beautiful content that you can create about going live, selling on social, working with influencers. But in 2021, I want you to also be mindful of your analytics, paying attention to your activity and your audience. This is going to be so important for when you start to refine your strategy. Is there a day and time that you get the most interaction on your posts? Paying attention to that so that if you do have a huge product release or you want to go live, you know you are well informed of when the majority of your customers are interacting with your posts. You can also learn so much about your social audience, their location, their age, their gender. This will help you customize your content even more and get better interactions. I say it all the time with ads. You could spend $500 to get 5,000 likes on your Instagram post. But if those 5,000 likes never have the chance of walking into your brick and mortar store because they're way across the country or even in a different country, that was $500 not well spent. Now, let's say you spent $5 and your post only reached 15 people, but those 15 people are within your zip code. They fit your target audience and they interacted with your post by clicking or liking. That is a person that has the potential to grow into a customer. That's $500 way better spent than the previous 500, where yes, it looked like it was so wonderful with all of those likes, but those likes will never translate into sales. So add an action item once a month. Look at your analytics. I would love for you to be in there more than once a month, but realistically, can you carve out 30 minutes in the beginning of your month to pay attention to your monthly trend? What happened last month? When were your peak times? And who is your audience that you're talking to? With SnapRetail, it is easy. So some really exciting updates happening for us here, 2021, beginning of the year. We have launched internally our Instagram integration 2.0. Really exciting, fixing some tweaks from the original Instagram integration that we had, as well as some major improvements. So that is in its testing phase right now, working with our engineers to make sure that that is an incredible product to launch and release to you all. Very exciting that that is coming up soon, right around the corner. In SnapRetail, as I said earlier, we also have hundreds and hundreds of social templates and email templates to help you with segmentation. Things like those autoresponders for welcome emails, as well as birthday and anniversary autoresponders. Things like personalization, bringing in your customer's first name, their pet's name, whatever data you import into the system, as well as tools to help you with bold design. And lastly, things to help you become more successful on Instagram. We are here to help. If you are just getting started with online marketing, it doesn't have to be scary. It doesn't have to be the most time consuming job in the world. That's why tools like SnapRetail were built. If you're looking for some insight on ways to improve your current marketing strategy, I encourage you to sign up for a free 15-minute consultation to learn about SnapRetail, to strategize on what you should be doing with online marketing in terms of email as well as social media. But maybe you're the person that prefers to jump right in. Not only do we have a free consultation, but we also have a free trial. In that Snap Retail free trial, you receive access to our email and social media marketing tools. You can browse our templates, schedule campaigns, and start to fall in love with our easy professional marketing tools. Both of those, the free consultation as well as the free trial, are available at snapretail.com. Chances are you did not get into your business because of your love of online marketing, but that is truly what we love here. And we love helping the small business compete against those big box stores as well as the online marketplaces. In 2021, we are all stretched so thin. I know it has not been easy on any of us, especially small business. And so let us help you by building that online marketing presence to ultimately drive more traffic and more sales to your store so that you can preserve your business and also grow your business. If you have questions, as I said, this webinar has been pre-recorded because we had so much interest and I was so paranoid that we were going to have some like at-home internet emergency. Those questions we would love to handle one-on-one with you. Head over to snapretail.com, call, chat, email. We would be happy to answer any of those questions. I want to thank you all for spending some time here with me watching this video, for also taking that first step, recognizing how important online marketing is for your business and your brand. And then also wanted to thank you for spending these moments with me here to learn, to improve, and to make sure that small business is around to stay for 2021. Have a wonderful rest of your day and head over to snapretail.com for questions, your consultation, or your trial. Have a good one.